Welcome back to In the Spotlight. I'm Tom Stoller, and with us is Paul Bryan. Paul, a lot of the notoriety in the Chicago area, I think probably with the younger generation more likely, has to be that your appearances and the fun that has been poked at you in the past on the Stephen Gary show on the Loop.
Paul Stephen Paul Gary.
That's right, Paul Stephen Paul Gary. How did that all get started?
I don't know how it started, but I wish I could mark the day on the calendar so I could send him a dozen roses on the anniversary of it every year. It's a funny bit. What is used, for those of you who don't know, is a machine that's called a harmonizer. And you can take a voice and you can raise it an octave or you can drop it an octave. And I guess for some reason they hooked on, the thing that they hooked on to was my voice quality. And so they said, okay, we're going to take this machine and go way down with it. And it turned into a funny bit. And everybody says, don't you get hot when you hear that? Aren't you insulted? Aren't you that? No, not at all. That's something that I've never had any kind of problem with at all.
Yeah.
Steve is a neighbor of mine. We live about 2 blocks away from each other. It's like hell's Republicans. We meet each other on little scooters, as we're going down to the 7-Eleven or whatever.
So there never was any. They never meant any offense by it either.
They're doing shtick. I mean, that's. I don't know the things that they do with me.
Chet Kopic.
Yeah, with Chet, with Eddie. And they'll pick up on things that people will do, and it's a voice caricature is what they're doing. Eddie is very easy to do when you talk like this, and you talk about Eddie Schwartz, and he sounds like that. Or Chet Kopic with, how you doing, my man? Just the most ingenuous person ever to walk the earth.
I agree with that.
And the long-standing thing with Wally, for sure. And and those, it's a voice caricature, and they picked up on the things that I do. I like to cook. I like racing. All those things. They still do the smoking thing, and I don't smoke.
Did you quit?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
You heard it here first.
No, actually, you heard it on the Chicago Auto Show first.
Okay.
So.
Well, last summer, you were the voice of Elkhart Lakes Road America, which is a 4-mile sports car track about 60 miles north of Milwaukee in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. It was there that you and IMSA announcer Bill Bowser did some very colorful announcing. Paul, who are some of your other favorite associates?
Favorite coworker in the racing or in broadcasting context?
In broadcasting and racing? Be a name dropper.
I really like working with Bob Collins a lot. Bob is a real fun guy who, off the air, is even more irreverent than what he is on the air. I enjoy him an awful lot. Roger Penske, who is a very stern, stone-faced, your audience may be too young to know what an Ed Sullivan-esque type persona is, very almost dour. And that's his public persona. He's a lot more laid back in private, and he's very good. He's the only friend I have that's in the top 100 of the Fortune 500. And I enjoy working with almost everyone that I work with. I don't. Now you could ask me about some people that I don't enjoy working with, and we could really start some things here. But I don't know how.
A lot of the color I remember was you bouncing back and forth with Bill Bowser. I was wondering if there were any other
there we were
people
sitting there, 2 round mounds of sound,
Sure.
just talking about this and that and this and that, and making up stories and telling the truth every now and then. But it made an interesting weekend of talking about the race, at least. When you hang around racing as long as I've been involved, heck, I've been going to Road America for better than 25 years now. There are an awful lot of stories that you pick up on and an awful lot of people that you meet. And to be able to draw on those experiences and kind of regurgitate them over the period of a weekend, it's no different from anything that you do on the radio or on television. You draw on all of the different experiences that you've had throughout your life, and kind of roll them up into a ball, and then you just kind of belch them out at will or as they're needed.
Okay.
And that's
okay. Well, what I'd like to ask you one last question. That would be, you take someone like me, a communication student who's going to be just getting started out in the field, looking at possibly anything, what kind of advice would you have for a person?
Have
like
you had
that?
your lobotomy yet?
No, not yet.
You'll need one to work in this business. It's tough to say, but boy, I'll tell you, study your communications things, yes. Study political science, study history, study English, study foreign relations. Broadcasting is no different from any other form of business. And I think that in order to really be successful in the coming years, just as doctors have gone from being general practitioners to being specialists, you see specialization within broadcasting, and I think that that's one thing that everybody's really going to have to concentrate on. Pick one that you like, really go for it, concentrate on it, and go from there.
Okay, great. Well, that's all the time we have for In the Spotlight this week. We'd like to thank our guest, Paul Bryan, for joining us.
Thank you.
And you for watching. Take care.